Okay, Whammer Jammer, the first lick, the intro lick. The thing about this lick, and Magic Dick talked about this, is that it's a construct within music. It's meant to be an attention getter, and it's really effective in that case. So it's an introduction, sort of, you know, like when the whole band hits together or something like that. The combination of his two licks and the band hitting with it is just a fantastic attention grabber, and it's really easy. So the techniques involved with this first sort of introductory lick to Whammer Jammer, we've got a couple things. We've got controlled use of bending, and bending for effect. We have a split interval flutter technique, okay, tongue flutters they call them, and we have high end blow bends, and that's pretty much it. But you know, in a split second, so it goes like this: 4 draw. You have to initiate the note bent. So how do you practice this? You do bending exercises. Okay, 4 draw is a very heavily used bent note, sometimes overused in our blues harmonica world. So, but in this case, you want to rely on it, and you want to be able to hit it bent, unbend it as that first half of the beginning lick. And he's not laying on, he's not holding it bent. Okay, he's using it as an inflection to sort of scoop into the note. Okay, and then he goes into a tongue flutter. So it's the 2-5 split interval. So if you work on your octaves, if you remember from my video way back, long time ago, I like to put my tongue on the posts between the holes. Yes, that's my disgusting car A marine band, because I always like to make the point that it's not the harmonica, it's the player. Okay, so you can do the 1-4 octave, and the harmonica's a little out of tune, I admit it. Okay, the 2-5, this is the second one up. So you move your tongue, okay, from the second post to the third post. And it's a little more emphasis on the 5 than it is on the 2. If you really think about it, it's a little cockeyed. But so what he's doing is he's going from the 4 draw, scooping in from the bend. I do it puckered, and then I throw my tongue on. I throw my tongue onto the 2-5. And then it's a tongue flutter. It's not the side to side. So your tongue is going like this, right, against that post, and getting that sort of half chordal, half note effect. It's not this. Hear the difference? Okay, now he goes back down to the 2 draw, and he does the same thing where he bends into it to make an effect. But he does the opposite. He goes meow. Okay, so now one of the ways to bring inflection to your notes is to vocalize them and play with your harmonica. So it's not all about just the notes. We talk about clean notes. We talk about controlling everything, but you also have to speak, shape the note with your mouth, and that's what he's doing here. So he's going, so he's not just going, he's going ow, right? So he's hitting it, and then he's sort of bending it down. So it sounds like wow, right? I missed it. Okay. Okay, meow, and through an amplifier that sounds like a wow, like a horn. Okay, then he goes to the second half of it. He goes up to the 9, and he hits the 9 bent. Now this is a hard part because we're talking about location, and so you've got to jump from down here to up here, and you've got to hit the right note. That can be difficult. One of the techniques that I learned to do this sort of just by doing it, but sometimes it helps to, a fellow named Ross Guerin showed me this one, is to sort of target the note that you're going for, to practice this, like how to get to like a completely random place on the harmonica. Look at the note that you're going for and practice picking the harmonica up and hitting it. Okay, down, up. You're training yourself physically to find that note, because you're down here. Now, if you're quick, you might be able to, you know, bring yourself up, but I find that you've got to just jump up and be there. So that move is really hard. So you have to train yourself where that note is, so you don't just go, you know, and miss it and try to find it, because you got to hit it right on. And you've got to hit it bent. So again, practicing bending, right? So we're 5 minutes in, and this is one lick. This is how long this video series is going to take, but I promise you, if you pay attention to these details, you'll be better at Whammer Jammer. 9 draw bent to unbent. And then he goes to the 10. Unbent to bent. Okay, now we usually play the high end notes in first position, but these notes up here actually work in second position. There's not a whole lot that sound great, and in this case, Magic Dick said, okay, these sound great, and it just draws the attention of everybody, right? You can't miss these notes. So 9 blow, bend it, unbend it, and then it's 10 unbent, bent. And then he does the same thing on the 9. He inflects it. And that's where the control of the bend is. So the beginning lick of Whammer Jammer one more time, and really slowly goes like this. 4 draw, execute the note, starting bend it, bend it. Go up to the 2-5 flutter, then 2 draw in wow, and that'll come up later, but it's just okay. 9 blow bent, unbent, 10 blow bend, 9 blow inflected, so partially bent. Okay, there's the first lick, the introductory lick of Whammer Jammer. 7 minutes and 30 seconds. I know it's a long time, but I spent my whole life working on it, guys. This is Dan Gage. This is my YouTube channel, and we'll get into the groove next lesson. It's going to be a long one, but stay with me, and we'll work on Whammer Jammer. Thanks, guys.